She will never lose sleep over the man she fully understands. But the man she can't read, the man she can't predict, that's the one who lives in her head at 3 a.m. Machiavelli warned, power isn't about being loved or feared. It's about controlling what the other person feels when you're gone. In this video, I'll show you the exact mental game that makes her chase you, fight for you, and fear losing you more than anything else. And the beauty is, she'll think it's all her idea. Comfort is the silent killer. Desire does not grow in calm waters. It grows in waves, in storms, in moments where she's not entirely sure of the outcome. If you make her feel too safe, too sure, too certain, you take away the spark before it even has a chance to ignite. She might like you, she might enjoy your company, she might even say she cares about you, but care is not the same as desire. And without desire, attraction dies quietly. Here's the truth. A woman only fights for what she believes she could lose. The moment she's certain she has you forever, no matter what she does, she stops trying. And it's not because she's bad or ungrateful, it's because human nature works that way. Think about anything in your life that you once worked hard to get. Maybe a goal, a job, a personal achievement. The chase made you value it. The uncertainty made you put in effort. But once it became yours, once it was guaranteed, the urgency faded. Attraction works in exactly the same way. When you give her constant reassurance, when you always answer immediately, when you never disagree, when you make yourself available 24/7, you remove the tension that fuels her desire. Her mind relaxes, but when her mind relaxes too much, her heart does too. And when her heart is too calm, the thrill disappears. She may still like you, but she will no longer crave you. That craving, that instinct that makes her think about you when you're not around, that makes her wonder where she stands with you, is born from a mix of comfort and uncertainty. Too much comfort and uncertainty dies. Too much uncertainty and trust dies. The balance is where attraction lives. If she never feels the possibility of losing you, she'll never fight to keep you. And the truth is, she must feel that you are a choice, not a possession. She must feel that your presence in her life is earned, not automatic. The addiction of uncertainty. Humans are not built to crave what is predictable. We might say we want stability, but deep down, our emotions come alive when there is risk, mystery, and unpredictability. This is why we binge watch suspenseful shows, why we check our phones for messages that may or may not come, and why we think more about people who keep us guessing. For a woman, it's no different. The man who gives her complete certainty earns her gratitude. She appreciates him. She might even respect him. But gratitude is calm, and calm is not the same as passion. The man who gives her uncertainty, who makes her wonder what he's thinking, how much he wants her, or whether he could walk away at any moment, awakens a different emotion entirely: obsession. This is the paradox most men never understand. They believe that the best way to win her over is to make her feel secure at all times. They reveal every feeling, answer every call, reply to every message instantly, and tell her exactly where she stands. They think this proves love. But in reality, it drains the mystery that fuels desire. When a man trades mystery for security too soon, he removes the very tension that keeps her emotionally invested. And without that tension, her interest fades. She might stay, but her eyes start wandering, her attention drifts, and her energy shifts towards something or someone that gives her the emotional uncertainty she craves. Understand this. Uncertainty doesn't mean playing childish games. It means keeping enough of yourself in reserve that she's never entirely sure she has all of you. It's about being a little unpredictable. Not in a cruel way, but in a way that keeps her mind active and her heart alert. Because once she feels she knows every move you'll make, she stops watching closely. And when she stops watching closely, she stops valuing what she has. The man who can give her both moments of connection and moments of uncertainty becomes unforgettable. He doesn't just hold her attention, he becomes the story she can't stop replaying in her mind. Machiavelli's law of controlled access. Machiavelli understood a truth that most men ignore. Anything that is too available loses value. It doesn't matter if it's gold, rare art, or your time and attention. The more people can take it without effort, the less they appreciate it. When you give a woman unlimited access to yourself, your time, your emotions, your energy, you remove the very thing that could make her value you. You become part of the background, something she can reach for whenever she wants, without thinking she might lose it. At first, she might enjoy that constant presence. She might even mistake it for strength. But over time, her mind starts to relax too much. She no longer feels the need to work for you. She stops seeing you as a prize, because prizes are rare. Machiavelli knew the key to maintaining power was controlled access, letting people close enough to feel your presence, but never so close that they believe they fully own you. This is not about cruelty or games. It's about protecting your value by making it clear that your time and attention must be earned, not assumed. In relationships, scarcity works the same way it does in markets. If something is rare, people fight for it. If it's everywhere, they overlook it. When you limit your availability, every moment with you becomes more meaningful. She remembers your words longer. She replays your actions in her head. She starts to look forward to the next time she can have your focus, because it's not guaranteed. This is why the man who is too quick to respond, too easy to reach, and too eager to please slowly becomes invisible in her mind. He's always there, and therefore he's easy to take for granted. Controlled access creates an atmosphere where she understands, consciously or not, that your attention is valuable, that it's not just given away freely, that it requires her to meet your standards. And here's the most important part. When she feels she must earn you, she values you more. She treats you differently. She respects the time you give her. She invests in keeping your attention instead of assuming it will always be there. Machiavelli would put it simply, never let anyone believe they have all of you. The part they can't reach is the part they'll always want most. The fatal overinvestment. The quickest way to kill her desire is simple. Give more than she gives. It sounds noble. It feels like you're showing her how much you care. But in reality, you're telling her one thing. You've already surrendered. You've put her on a pedestal she hasn't earned, and in her mind, the game is already over. Think about it. When you reply instantly to every message, you're telling her, my time has no competing priorities. You are my only focus. When you shower her with constant praise, you're telling her, you already have my full approval. There's nothing you need to do to earn more. When you open your heart too soon, sharing every feeling, every detail, every thought, you're handing her the trophy before she's even played. Machiavelli would see this as a strategic disaster. Why? Because once someone believes they have total control, they stop working to keep it. Human nature doesn't value what is freely and endlessly available. We value what requires effort. We treasure what feels scarce. When you overinvest early, you remove all tension. There's no mystery, no uncertainty, no challenge. She doesn't have to wonder if you like her. You've already made it painfully clear. And here's the truth most men don't want to face. You can't chase what's already in your hand. If she feels she's already won you without trying, her focus will shift elsewhere, toward the man she isn't sure about. The solution isn't to play cold games or fake disinterest. It's to match her level of investment. If she's giving you 50%, you give 50% back, not 100%. If she's slow to respond, you take your time too. If she shares a little, you share a little. This keeps the emotional balance alive, where both sides are still leaning forward, still trying to win the other. Overinvestment flips that balance. It puts her in the seat of power and you in the position of chasing, which is the opposite of where you want to be. Machiavelli's wisdom applies here perfectly. Power is lost the moment you give it away without reason. Every word, every message, every moment of attention should be a calculated exchange, not an unguarded flood. Give her enough to feel intrigued, enough to keep her curious, but never so much that she feels certain she owns you. Because the man who gives too much too soon doesn't inspire love, respect, or obsession. He inspires comfort, and comfort is the beginning of the end. Desire without dependence. A man's presence can create two very different reactions in a woman, comfort or craving. The difference is simple. Whether your desire is wrapped in dependence or in freedom. Most men, when they want a woman, make the same mistake. They lean too far forward. Their words, their actions, even their body language scream, "I need you to like me. I need you to choose me." And once she feels that need, the energy changes. She senses that you're not there out of pure choice. You're there because you can't imagine walking away. Dependence kills attraction. It smothers the mystery. It tells her that you've already decided she's the prize, and all she has to do is keep existing to keep your attention. There's no tension, no question, no thrill. Desire without dependence is different. It's when you look at her and your eyes say, "I want you, but I am whole without you." You're not clinging, you're not chasing, you're not making her your source of happiness. You're simply showing her that her presence excites you, but her absence won't destroy you. This balance is magnetic because it's rare. It's calm, not desperate. Confident, not arrogant. When you carry yourself like this, every interaction becomes a choice, not a plea. You can enjoy her company deeply and still keep your world intact if she's gone tomorrow. That's the kind of energy that makes her heartbeat quicken, because deep down she knows you could walk away at any moment and there's nothing she could do to stop you. Machiavelli understood this principle, though he spoke it in terms of power. Never let anyone believe they have total control over you. In love, this means keeping your independence while still showing genuine interest. Practical example: you can smile at her, hold her close, even whisper something that makes her feel desired. But then you can turn and focus fully on something else without hesitation. You show affection, then you show self-sufficiency. That contrast builds tension she can't ignore. Because here's the truth: women are not drawn to men who orbit them like satellites. They're drawn to men who have their own gravity, men whose lives are full, whose self-worth doesn't hang on her approval. When you master this, she won't just want to be with you, she'll need to prove she can keep you, because she knows you'll never stay from dependence, only from choice. The art of mystery. Mystery is not about hiding in silence or pretending to be a stone wall. It's about giving just enough for her mind to start working, and then letting her imagination do the rest. Most men make the mistake of over-explaining themselves. They feel a need to tell a woman everything, what they feel, what they think, what they want, as if pouring their whole soul out will make her feel closer. But what actually happens? She stops wondering about you. She stops thinking about you when you're not there, because there's nothing left to figure out. A man without mystery is like a movie where you've already seen the ending. No tension, no reason to stay hooked. The art of mystery is about leaving spaces in the story. You answer a question, but not completely. You tell a story, but leave out a detail that makes her curious. You look at her with an expression that she can't fully read. Is it desire? Is it amusement? Or is it something else entirely? That little uncertainty is what keeps her coming back. Every unanswered question in her mind becomes a thread she can't help but pull. And here's the twist: the more she pulls, the more she becomes entangled in you. Because the human mind hates unfinished stories. It needs resolution. If you give her everything too quickly, she closes the book. But if you give her just enough, she'll keep turning the pages over and over, even when you're not there. Machiavelli understood this in politics. Never reveal the whole truth at once. Keep your opponents guessing. In attraction, it works the same. A woman will value you more when she feels she's still discovering you. Here's how to apply it. When she asks about your past, share a piece, but leave one detail hanging. When you give a compliment, make it slightly ambiguous. There's something about you tonight. I can't decide if it's good or dangerous. When you tell a story, stop right before the climax and let her ask for the rest. Mystery makes her mind your ally. Even when you're gone, she'll still be replaying moments, wondering what you meant, imagining what else there is to know. And when her mind can't let go of you, her heart and body follow. The disappearance. That burns. Most men stay too long. They linger in her messages, in her presence, in her attention, thinking that the more they give, the more she'll want them. But the truth is the opposite. The more she has of you, the less she feels the need to chase you. The disappearance that burns is not about ignoring her for days out of pride or immaturity. It's about leaving at the right moment. You withdraw when the energy is high, when the conversation is flowing, when her curiosity is at its peak. You leave before she's ready for you to leave. Why? Because when you walk away in that moment, you create an empty space, a gap. And that gap doesn't just sit there quietly, it itches. It bothers her. It stays in her mind like a song she can't finish. Think about it. If you eat until you're completely full, you stop thinking about food. But if you take a few bites and the plate disappears, you'll crave it for hours. This is the same principle in human psychology. Scarcity fuels desire. Machiavelli understood this in Power. The wise ruler makes himself valued by being seen rarely. In Attraction, you become more valuable by not always being there. Your absence makes her feel your presence more intensely than your constant availability ever could. How to use this without looking manipulative. If you're texting and the conversation is going well, end it first. Leave her with something to think about. If you're with her in person, leave on a high note. Walk away while she's still laughing, still leaning in, still wanting more. Don't overstay in her emotional space. Give her just enough of your attention to make her curious, then step back. When you disappear at the right time, she starts wondering, where did he go? What is he doing? Who is he with? These questions aren't harmless. They plant seeds of longing. And longing grows into obsession. You're not punishing her with absence. You're making her feel your value by giving her the experience of losing it, even if just for a moment. And when she feels that loss, she'll want to fix it. She'll come to you not because you begged her to, but because she can't stand the space you left behind. Becoming the rarity. In today's world, men are everywhere. She opens her phone and there are dozens, sometimes hundreds, of men ready to give her attention. Compliments fill her inbox, likes flood her pictures, messages beg for her time and energy. And yet, none of that makes her chase them. Why? Because what is abundant is ignored. What is rare is desired. If something is too easy to get, it loses its value. A man who is always available, always replying instantly, always pouring out attention without her earning it, becomes common, and the common is invisible. To be the man she truly chases, you must become the rarity. Not because you have the perfect looks, the most money, or the ideal life, but because you give her a feeling that no one else can. And that feeling must always carry the shadow of loss. Think about a diamond. It's not valuable just because it's pretty. There are many beautiful stones. It's valuable because it's rare. If diamonds fell from the sky every morning, no one would care about them. People value what they can't get easily. The same rule applies to you. If she feels she has you completely, no matter what she does, her mind relaxes. And when her mind relaxes too much, desire fades. Machiavelli understood this in politics and power. The more accessible a ruler is, the less respect he commands. In Attraction, it's the same. The more accessible a man is, the less desire he inspires. Becoming the rarity means you don't flood her with attention. You choose carefully when to give it. You don't try to impress her. You let her feel lucky to be around you. You don't make her feel certain she has you forever. You let her sense that she could lose you. This shadow of loss is powerful. It doesn't mean you threaten to leave or play childish games. It means you live in a way where she knows you have options, a full life beyond her, and the inner strength to walk away if you choose. A rare man is unpredictable. He's not in every conversation. He's not liking every post. He's not reacting to every story. His time feels like a privilege, not a default. His attention feels earned, not given freely to everyone. And when she feels you are rare, she will chase you, not because she needs you, but because she fears losing the feeling only you give her. That fear, that quiet shadow of loss, will make her hold onto you tighter than she has ever held onto anyone. Final words. Right now, she might see you as just another man. But if you stop giving your power away and start using it with purpose, that changes. This isn't about games. It's about knowing your value and acting like it. The man who controls himself controls the relationship. The man who controls the frame decides how the story ends. If you're tired of being the one chasing, if you're ready to be the man she fights to keep, then this is your moment. Subscribe now, because in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to make her invest in you so deeply, she won't even realize she's doing it. And when that happens, the power shifts, the game flips, and she starts chasing you. Type "I control the frame" in the comments if you're ready to step into that role. Your rise starts now.